Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough, Jesus. Your grace is enough for me. Lord, I sing. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough for me. Yes, His grace is enough for me. And because His grace is enough, abundant, I always know this for sure, that I am enough. And how I pray that today you will also discover that you are enough. You are enough. You don't need any other substitute to complete you. But God created you as a full human being. And I know you can do better so long as you remember this one phrase that, Dorcas, you are enough. Can you just say your name and say, I am enough? In this world, you are always going to get things that can cause you to wonder and worry whether you are actually enough. For example, personally, sometimes you meet people and then they receive you in a way of saying that you are not enough. By the way, for those of you who do not know, I am married to one handsome Reverend Anthony Kamkama. And can I call him a celeb? In the ministry, the spiritual world. He's been my spiritual father and a spiritual father to many others. You could be even among them. They are watching me. But many people, when he's sharing his testimony, his life, the people, they enjoy his ministry, they enjoy what he says, and then I think they create, in quotes, that picture of the woman he could be married to. And usually I would wonder whenever I would meet people and maybe someone tells them, meet Mrs. Reverend Anthony Kamkama. And usually the welcoming part would be like, hey, kumbe she's the one. Hey, Bambe, you are Mrs. Anthony Kamkama. Hey! And you're like, yes, I am the one. But they are like, okay. Then I usually want to joke around it, and then I'm like, so just help me. You thought he has maybe which kind of woman? And then others go ahead and say, Mrs. Reverend Anthony Kamkama, I thought she's maybe a tall, brown. So for her baby, she thought, this is another big, fat, maybe vibrant, maybe what? Then I'm like, it's me. Yeah, so my friend over there, I want to tell you, in anything and everything you do, if you are to mind mainly about people, surely you will think you are not enough. If you are to mind about the world, you will think you are not enough. And it might be even more worse when you feel you're not enough yourself. Today, how I challenge you that you will learn and remember to empower yourself, to cheer yourself on and know that you are enough, and start doing anything and everything knowing that God created you just enough to do every mission that He has for you in this world. I remember when I was still studying economics. I have studied economics. When I was in senior 6, I studied economics. Then when I went for bachelor's, I studied economics. For MBA, I studied economics. But what I remember mainly is that one day I learned that the needs of humans are insatiable. What does that mean? They are endless. When you get the basic needs, don't think that will be enough. Still, you will have a vacuum. Actually, I feel like that's why we all need God. Because so long as you are on this planet Earth, you will always have needs. You will always have the vacuum that you feel it is empty and you need to fill in. And so, even there is that temptation of always feeling, because I don't have this, I'm not enough. Because I don't have this, I am not enough. Mention them. Even if I'm to give you a pen and paper right now, that you write what you need. Maybe 10 things you might want. Even if you are a millionaire, even if you have your cars, you have your wife, you have your children, you will not bring back that paper empty or blank. And so we realize that the needs of man, they are endless. But how I pray that we shall just resist it, the temptation of thinking that we are not enough. There's always a lot of noise in our minds, and when the battle is lost in your mind, for sure, you will forget that you are enough. You will always feel incomplete. But how I pray that you will win that battle as well. The shouting entities that I have just mentioned, I have just looked at 3 of them, the major ones that cause you to think that you are not enough. It is troublesome that number 1, it is yourself. The noise is just within you, and then each and every moment you feel you are not enough. When you sit down, you feel you are not enough. When you want to speak anywhere, you feel I would have spoken, but I don't think my points are enough, and so you sit down. And number 2, your feeling of not being enough is also pampered by your people around you, and it could be even family, it could be your friends, it could be your partner, and all they have seen you trying, they feel you cannot do enough. And some people are so quick to criticize, and so because you had started something, they criticized you, and then your morale just went down, and you feel, I'm not enough. But I'm here to encourage you that you are enough. And number 3, you feel you're not enough because the standards of this world are changing each and every moment. You feel you have studied. Sometimes we use it to think that if you have a bachelor's degree, you have it. But these days, even if you have bachelor's degree, even if you have master's, you just need the extra grace of God to move on. And so someone could be here, you're watching me, and you feel you're not enough because you stopped in senior 4. If people who have masters are also feeling the same, so just know it is the battle of the mind. What is making you feel you are not enough? What has the world standard put before you, and you feel because you cannot use computer, or because you cannot know those functions on your phone, and you feel you're not enough? Maybe when you are putting a projector and you want to project your work, do PowerPoint, you cannot manage it, and then you feel you're not enough. The standards of the world keep on upgrading each and every moment. And so if you are to dwell on them, my friend over there, you will wonder and keep behind thinking you are not enough. In my language, we have a proverb which says, Ngu ibale erikurebeka tirukwitafuka. Literally meaning that if you are a farmer and you're digging, there's no way you can get your hoe and hit it on the stone. The moment you see the stone, you dig around it. You don't just get your hoe and bang it on that stone. As a farmer, I remember those principles. So, if you are reminded that you are enough, then it should really stick. You should know it by heart and overcome that self-doubt, that self-rejection that is always around you, the negative energy around you, the negative mindset that causes you to keep feeling that you are not enough. Now that you know that you are enough, please overcome that. God created you just enough to accomplish each and everything, the purpose He made you for. And so, my friend over there, overcome self and move on and achieve what the Lord prepared you to do. In this day and era, there is no way you can keep saying, I have no one to mentor me, or I have no one to encourage me, because as far as I remember, as far as I can see, this whole world has now become a village because of internet. We have our phones, the gadgets are there. And so if you have managed to watch me here, you have no excuse, my friend. Just get a mentor. If you can't get one physically around here, at least get one. Stick to this channel at least. I know you will learn one thing or another. And also make sure you learn from others. Don't be stuck there. Like sometimes I used to say that I think I quarrel because I am a Mchiga. When the Lord had not transformed me properly at that time, I would think there's no way someone can abuse me and I keep quiet. So for me, I thought I'm wired like that. There's no way I can change. But self can change. And for you to be able to accomplish more and feel you are enough in a better way, learn to overcome self and do what the Lord wants you to do. Which word did that person tell you that you feel you are not enough. Is it your mother who told it to you? Is it your family member, your sister, or maybe your brother? Are they your friends that have caused you to think that you are not enough? My friend, I want to give you just small advice. Start running away from such people who come with negative energy. And if those people who have negative energy are from your family, please, I pray that God will give you a way of bringing fellowships in your family. Maybe have prayer altars. We don't want those people with negative energy in our family. Can you find a way of creating people around you who have the positive energy? People who can encourage you. People who can see you smart and then they say you are smart. You know, most people, they want to criticize. But the moment you come out and you're doing well in your business, they keep quiet. The moment you come out and you're smart, they keep quiet. When you are thriving in your marriage, they are quiet. They are only waiting for the day when you're running. You're like, my husband beat me last night. They want that negative energy. If you ever see the people who value only negative energy, run for your life, my friend. But rather, gather around people who can encourage you. And build relationships. Can you build relationships? I have seen that when you have friends, it's very easy for you to stand. But if you are alone all the time, you want to be alone, you want to think alone, you want to plan alone, everything you do it alone. That means one day when you are down, you will have no one to uplift your soul. But my friends over there, that's why I want to say thumbs up for you. Should I mention your names? You're many, but I love you and I appreciate your positive energy that you always give me. All of us, we need the positive energy. And if you were to draw your energy from this world, that because the world is saying you're not enough, then you're not enough. Maybe one day when the world stands and say you are enough, that's when you will feel enough. It will not happen. It will not happen. Maybe I would advise you rather draw your energy from the Word of God. At least the world is here to change. The world is here to criticize. Even Jesus, who lived in this world, one day said that we are not of this world. And that's why we shall not find peace in this world. But we should also focus on things that belong to God. I want to challenge you that one of these days, start thinking about what God says about you. If you know what God says about you, if you have read His Word and you know what it says, if you have hidden God's Word in your heart and you can stand on it, I know you will discover more that you are surely enough. What is it that you want to do and you have been worried that maybe you are not enough? I pray that today you will gather strength and move on and do that the Lord wants you to do, because as far as I know, you are enough, just enough to accomplish that the Lord wants you to do. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I remain Dorcas Atweire Kamkama. If you have been blessed by this video, please go ahead, share, subscribe, comment, and I will be happy to continue sharing with you. Bye.